How are you? Or should I rather not ask this question? Is this not something appropriate that you ask when you go to UK? At least that's what English with Lucy tells me when I click on the video. Do not say, how are you? Ask the question in a better way. Hi, hello, welcome everyone to another video learning about the UK. And today we're going to be asking ourselves the question, why can't we ask how are you in English? And what else is there if this is taken from us? For me as a German, if I think about asking somebody how are you, I always use that phrase. There is not a single other that comes to mind that I could ask. Maybe I could ask somebody, you good? I don't know if that is even something that you do. Or everything all right? Something along those lines. So since I do not really know the answer to that question, I guess we're gonna have to watch this video and learn something a little more about the UK, about the people, and about the language. Let's jump into the video.
Hello everyone and welcome
Hello.
back to English with Lucy. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, I'm great. How are you? Good. How are you? How are you drives me insane. It's so boring, it's so overused. It's just this automatic filler phrase that we use to acknowledge people nonchalantly. It's it needs to go. It sounds so insincere. How are you? Like, I'm not actually expecting an answer, and that's something that I said in my 50 weird and confusing facts about Britain and British culture video. How are you is a question that we don't really expect an answer to. So,
Same here in
this video,
Germany.
I'm going to give you loads of alternatives to how are you. I've broken them down into 3 sections. I'm going to give you casual how are you alternatives for friends and family, formal ones for work situations and emails, and then also some fun ones which you can choose if you use or not. So this video is going to be perfect for improving your vocabulary, but if you want to improve your listening and your pronunciation even further, I highly recommend the study method of combining reading actual books with listening to audiobooks on Audible. Let me explain this method. Take a book that you have already read in English or a book that you would like to read in English. I've got loads of recommendations for good books.
I've never read an English book
in the
other
description
than
box
school
down below.
books.
And read this chosen book whilst listening to the audio version. It's got to be at the same time. Reading alone will not help you with your listening or your pronunciation skills. And that's because English is not a phonetic language. If you hear and listen to a word as you read it, your brain will make a connection. And the next time you see that word, you will know how it's pronounced. And the next time you hear that word, you will know how it's spelt. By reading and listening at the same time, you're essentially training your brain in loads of different disciplines. It's such an effective method, and the best part is that you can get 1 free audiobook. That's a 30-day free
It's a
trial.
commercial. That's what I thought.
In the description box and sign up to Audible. Then you can download one of my audiobook
She did that in a very clever way,
Give it a
though.
try. It really, really works. Right, let's get started with the lesson. So let's start with casual alternatives to how are you? How are you? Oh, I hate it so much. Number 1 is, how are you doing? How are you doing? And you would reply to this by saying, I'm doing well, thanks. You might hear some people respond with, I'm doing good, but that's actually grammatically incorrect. When responding to a how are you style question, you do well or you are good. If I say I'm doing good, it could mean I am doing charity work or doing something positive. Number 2.
Oh, wait. That's a little too fast for me as a non-native English speaker. How are you doing? What's the answer that I have to give to that? I'm sorry, I gotta go back because it went over my head. It was a little fast.
Doing well, thanks. You might hear some people respond with, I'm doing good, but that's actually grammatically incorrect.
I'm doing good would be grammatically incorrect because it says, how are you? Not how do you do. If it were how do you do, you could say I'm doing good. But that would mean like you're doing something good, not that you're actually good. Got it.
When responding to a how are you style question, you do well or you are good. If I say I'm doing good, it could mean I am doing charity work or doing.
That's actually something that's a question that was in my head for a very long time now. And I also talked about this with Jay when I asked him, like, listen, what I don't understand about the English language is if you were asked how you are, is there a difference between you saying, I'm doing good, I'm doing fine, I'm well? Like, is there some variety within all of these answers, or are all of them the same? Like, if I say I'm fine, is it the same as saying I'm well? Or is there a difference in between? For me, as a native speaker learning this, the textbooks always say it means you're good. Is that really the case? Or is one better than the other? Or is one more formal than the other? Where's the difference in between? And I know he told me, and I think it was, he said something along the lines of, if you say I'm fine, it might sound a little more aggressive. Not really aggressive, but that's, I'm really sorry, Jay, if I remember this wrong. I don't want to throw you under the bus. I was going to say in front of the bus because that's what you say in German, under the bus. But it's just like what from what I remember, he said, I think I'm well is the most appropriate answer to give back. And I'm fine is more like when you're angry at a person, like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. This is probably not what he said. Just to clarify, we spoke about this months ago. So my brain might mix all of that up. But in order to get it, I need to hear it again and again and again from native speakers. So please help me out in the comment section. How would you define it? Maybe there is even a difference. Like people from England would like answer this question in another way, like people from America or people from Ireland or people from Scotland or Wales. Maybe there is a difference in between the answers. So it would be really interesting to read your interpretation of all these answers and what do you prefer? Do you have a to-go answer to this question? Or do you even answer this question in a real way? I've explained a lot of times already that when you ask somebody in German, like you go to work in the morning, you're like, how you doing? And the other person's like, yeah, I'm fine. Or I'm well, or whatever, that you're not expected to give a real answer to that question. The other person doesn't really want to know how you're doing. They just want to have a shallow conversation and then go on with their day, which bothers me. I've talked about that a lot already. However, do you answer honestly to that kind of question? Or does it depend on the person asking? Or is it just a, how you doing? I'm well, thanks. And then you go on with your day. A lot of questions when it comes to this topic that I still have a lot of holes in my brain when it comes to this topic.
Something positive. Number 2, how have you been? How have you been?
How have you been?
This is a very warm and friendly
Wait, she
one.
said it in a, she mixed those words. Have you been? Have you been? Is that correct? I don't want to butcher it. How have you been? How have you been? Is that the right way to say it? Please help me out. How have you been?
Really like it. Yeah, I've been great, thanks. Or I've not been so good, actually. 3, this one's slightly more American. What's going on?
See, now she just said, I've not been so good. She didn't say I've not been well. So there must be a difference. It really bothers me that I don't know the answer to that question. I'm sorry, I'm not going to interrupt that much anymore.
3, this one's slightly more American. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? A very
What's going
common
on?
answer to this is, nothing much. Not much at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Number 4, what's new? Or even what's new with you? This is more asking for updates or if anyone's been doing anything interesting in their life since you last saw them.
That's
You
new
could
to
say
me.
this to someone that you've seen recently and you just want a short update.
Never heard that before.
Number 5, I wonder if you've heard this one before. It's, what's up? Hey, what's up? Traditionally very American. but now used much more in Britain. Number 6 is a very British one.
But you gotta ask it in a different way. You gotta say, "What's up?" Never mind.
Now used much more in Britain. Number 6 is a very British one. It's what are you up to? Now this comes from to be up to mischief, which means you're doing something mischievous. It's a very friendly and endearing question. What are you up to? It implies mischief, but in a friendly way. So if I say, what have you been up to? Or what are you up to? I'm kind of saying, what mischievous things have you been doing? What trouble have you been making? It's very friendly. It's also something I say to my dog if he looks suspicious. What have you been up to? What mischief have you been causing? That's a really, really good one. If you're going to take one thing away from this lesson, make it that. Number 7, how are things going? This is very general. Things, I mean, it couldn't be more general than that. It's a great one to use if you can't quite remember what someone's been doing for work or in their personal life. So how are things going? It's very non-specific.
Yeah.
Number 8, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling great, or I'm not feeling so good. This implies that you know something about their health. Maybe they were ill a short time ago, maybe they're overcoming an illness. It adds a layer of familiarity.
Also, this sounds to me like a question that you'd rather want an answer to. Like I said a minute ago, when you ask somebody, "How are you?" you're not really expecting an answer other than, "Yeah, I'm fine, good. Yeah, I'm fine too. Yeah, okay." But if you ask somebody, "How are you feeling?" it implies, at least for me, that you really want to get an honest answer from the other person. This question feels more personal for me.
Because you're implying that you know something wasn't good before, and so you're wondering how they're feeling now. It could also be used if you know the person is nervous. Maybe it's before a big meeting or a speech.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you feeling? You're feeling all right? 10. I would say this is slightly more American than British. How's it going? Hey, how's it going?
How's it
We
going?
do use it a bit now. You'd say, yeah, it's going great.
Yeah, that's a
everything's
good one. How's it
Number
going?
11, very similar. How is everything? Very general.
How is everything? I've never had that before. How's everything? How's it going? That's a good one. I think I'm gonna use that one in the future. Hey guys, how's it going? I like that one. It kind of rolls from the tongue in a very easy way. How's it going? How is everything? That's rather, I don't know, something feels wrong about this one. It feels too unpersonal. I don't know, if somebody were to ask me, "How's everything?" it feels so general, so random. I don't know, I don't like that. How's it going? That's mine.
Maybe it implies that you know that everything hasn't been so great or there's been a problem in their life. The most general of all, number 12, is how's things? How's things? I remember boys at school texting me, asking me, how's things?
I have a question now that I see this on the screen, because that is something that was on my mind as well. Another question about the English language that I never ever found an answer to. How's things? If you were to write it out, it would mean how is things? How do you write? Because things is the plural of the word. It's things, many things. So how come you write how is things instead of how are things? Wouldn't that be the grammatically correct sentence? How are things? Why are both of those versions possible? Why, I mean, is this grammatically correct, or is this rather we're just saying it? We know it's not really correct, but we're saying it because it kind of sounds cool. Because that's not the only example. I've seen other examples where you're using the is and then the plural of a word. I can't think of another one right now, but I've heard so many over the years where I'm like, that's grammatically incorrect. How are things would be the better version of this. So is this just like an accent kind of deal, or just a we know it's wrong, but we use it because it kind of sounds cool, kind of deal? Or is this grammatically correct because there is some kind of exception that I don't know anything about? That's so weird. But how's things is another good one. I like that. How's things?
And I just remember thinking, "Ugh, that's such a cop out because now I have to create the conversation. I just reply like,
Oh,
yes, things are good. How are your things? Number 13, a very casual one. This is great if you haven't seen someone in a while. How's life? How's
how's
life
life?
treating you? You can say either
Very
or. Number
general.
14, this is very warm and friendly. How's your day been? Or how's your day going? Now, in America, this is used more in customer service positions. They always want you to have a great day. I just remember going to America and being surprised at how many people wanted me to have a great day.
Mm.
After everything, it was, have a great day. You have a great day. And I was like, okay, I will try and have a great day. Thank you. No one's ever told me to have a great day so many times before. In British culture, we mean it more when we say it because we say it with less frequency. And number 50.
I thought that too when I read it. It's like another one of those questions. I'm sorry about the face. Where you're like, if I were to hear how's your day been, it sounds like an honest question where the counterpart really wants to get an honest answer from me. How's your day going? It's so specific. Other than how are you? How's your day going is so specific. It feels so much more real, so much more honest in a way, where I would really feel that the other person is interested in an answer, in an honest answer from me.
Because we say it with less frequency. And number 15, I must say I'm not a huge fan of this one. This is all right or are you all right? This again is another one we don't
you
really
all right?
expect an answer from. It's just, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. You're right. It's very casual. Right. Let's move on to formal ways to say, how are you? A very formal way is, how do you do? Hello, how do you
Oh.
do? And you would normally say this when you're greeting someone or meeting someone that you don't know so well. How do you do? How do you do? Normally said whilst shaking a hand, and we don't necessarily expect a response in the UK from this one.
I think of job interview when I hear that question. You sit down in a job interview and the other person's like, how do you do? How do you find our office? I'm sorry, my cats are making sounds in the other room. I just want to hear real quick if they're okay-ish. I guess they are.
We would normally just repeat, how do you do? The next one is, are you well? And posh British people just love to use the word well. Are you well? I'm well. I hope
That's
you're well.
a
Is he well? Are
posh
they well? Are we
word.
well? Honestly, they use it so much. When I go to the occasional posh event, I have a lot of internal laughter by the amount of times that well is said. Are you well? Is your family well? These are all fairly formal ways of asking, how are you? Number 3.
Okay.
Now, this one is almost too posh for me. It's, how do you fare? How are you faring?
How do you fare? I've never ever heard that one before, so it must be really, really posh because that never ever crossed like my ways. How do you fare? Okay.
I must say I haven't heard this said in a long time, but
Me
if you
neither.
want to seem
Never.
uber posh, be my guest,
That's what I'm gonna ask
as long as you're well. The
Jay
next few are
if
more business
I
related. They're things
talk
that
to
your
him next
boss
time.
might say
How
to
do you
you.
fare?
Number 4 is, how are things coming along? And this implies that there is some sort of progress to be made. Maybe you're working on a project or you've got a big job going on. How are you getting on? How are things coming along? How much progress is being made? Number 5, very similar. How's everything coming together? Implies that maybe there were a few problems at the beginning, but now everything is coming together nicely. That's a good response. You could say, things are coming together nicely, thank you. In Britain especially, we do like to talk about health a fair amount, especially to the older generation who maybe have had a public struggle with health. There are a couple of things you can say. They are more formal, obviously, because you're talking to an elder. Number 6 is, how's your health? If you know that they've got a health issue that they're happy to talk about, then how's your health is a perfectly reasonable way of saying, how are you? 2 other ways are, hello, I hope you're well, or I trust you're well. They're not necessarily questions, it's more statements about health. Right,
Okay.
let's move on to funny phrases. Now, these are, if
Oh,
you want to
there are
show a bit of
funny ones?
character, a lot of them are quite American. I wouldn't necessarily advise using these in a formal situation or in an English exam or around people you don't know. Try them out with friends and family first. Number
Okay,
one is
will do.
howdy, and this is very
Howdy.
American, and it's
Yeah.
basically a shortened down version of how do you do? How do you do?
Isn't that
Howdy.
Texas
We
American?
also have how's it hanging? Hey, how's it hanging? Again, very American,
How's
but
it
it's kind of
hanging?
come over to the UK because we watch American films and TV shows here. Number three, a very old fashioned one that's sort of coming back because of old fashioned TV shows and films is how's tricks? How's tricks? I think it's like from
House tricks. I've never heard that before. Is anybody really using that? House tricks. What tricks? Magic tricks? And again with the plural tricks. House tricks. That's so weird. Every single time I see it, it's like, this is wrong. My English learning brain tells me this is wrong every single time. It's like, if you have a plural, use are instead of is.
how's tricks. I think it's like from 20s or 30s America. And the last
Wow.
one, a personal favourite. Hey, what's sizzling?
What's sizzling?
It's another way of saying what's cooking. Hey, what's cooking? Right, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned
Yeah, I did.
something. And I hope
I
I've
did.
equipped you with loads of alternatives to, hey, how are you? That phrase we all hate so much. Don't forget to share your other alternatives, ones that you think I've missed, ones that you like saying. Don't forget to check out Audible. You can claim your free audiobook by clicking on the link in the description box and signing up for the
Yeah, click the link
free.
in the description down below if you want to. I think one of my favorites from this video, how things going and what are you up to? Yeah, how are things going? What are you up to? Like, I think those are my favorite ones to use, judging by this video. We'll see how I will greet you in the future. I do like my hi, hello, and welcome, so I'm gonna stick with that, I guess. It's something that I just invented itself, to be honest. And it's not really a question for you to answer. Okay, this was a really cool video. I feel like I learned a lot about the English language, like I always do when I watch Lucy's videos. So this was a fun one, and I know how to greet people in the future. I'm not ever again gonna use the English phrase, how are you? But I'm gonna mix it up a little. Thank you everyone for watching this video together with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye!